Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Green Woman. And you are now bookended by her. Okay, she's out 6 days, and that's today's card of the day as well. So the journey just fell off, and the Green Woman comes at a time when you're asleep. Okay. And, you're taking that rest, and she comes up, she puts her hand on you and says, honey, hey, traveler, wanderer, wake up. And you kind of wake up and you rub the sleep from your eyes, and you look up and you see the Green Woman. And he says, hi, Green Woman. I just saw you like 6 days ago. She goes, I know. And I'm still here with you for another 6-7 days. All right. I just want to let you know that, during that restful time, that we need to work on, stuff within you. Okay. We need to work on some inner stuff. We need to, build up that nurturing and protection, which I can give you. I said, but you need to drink some of this milk and just work on your inner self, okay? Work on, and what does that mean? Okay, so it means you're working on your confidence, working on your courage, working on your strength, which, the Woodward was here a couple days ago, right? And just working on that energy, that life energy that you have, all right? She just wants to give you a little bit more of it, because the trek coming up could be difficult for you. Could be easy for you as well. It all depends on how you want to look at it. Okay, but she is there to give you that richness of the Great Mother. All right, have you drinking out of the cauldron of the milk. She's the goddess of the land, and she challenges all her braves or tests. We talked about that before, and the test before was seeing that life is cyclical, right? That there's change in the air. All right, that change is coming. And you want to change. It's nice to want to change, but the first thing you have to do is change yourself. Change your attitude. Change the way you think. Change, if you want better finances, you need to change how you're spending right now, right? Go from spending to saving. If you want to change your job position, all right, into something different, you need to change in looking at that new skill set, which we talked about with the 8 of Stones. Okay, if you want to change that skill set, you may have to take some different classes, right? You may have to go out there and actually think about what it is that you really want to do to be happy, all right? And then aggressively pursue it. All right, you can manifest it, all right, but it's going to take time, and it's going to, it'll bring you joy, because joy is still down here. Okay, so, as she's waking you up and she's having this conversation with you, she's just letting you know that, hey, change is afoot. I'm going to be with you. Have a little bit of this milk to drink, and let's get some of this stuff moving forward, all right? Doesn't have to be a drastic change. Just start something in that direction, right? And, she says this to you as you're waking up and still rubbing the sleep out of your eyes. And, you're kind of like, is this a dream type thing? But, she's saying this in the matter of love, all right? In harmony, all right? And just, I want to give you all the riches that are out there. I want to help you move forward to what you want to be, where you want to go, who you want to be with. All right? And I can bless every decision that you're making, because I've got boundless energy, right? The Green Man and I, we're as one, because we're always talking to each other. We're always communicating to each other. We've got this bond of love. And that's a strong bond. And you can have that strong bond as well with your significant other, with your family members, okay? With that desire to move to a different job, okay? You could have that strong bond in connecting to the universe. But there needs to be some action. We need to get you to attune, to what's moving forward. And you're like, okay, it was great that I was able to sleep a little bit, rest. I feel rejuvenated. I feel a little bit of re-energized. But you're right. Until everything else changes, I need to change. Until everything else changes, you need to change. And you need to take that step back and look at that inner reflection, right? Go to the mirror and look in your eyes. What do you see there? Do you see somebody who wants to move forward and, continue developing their spiritual path? Or is it somebody that just says, you know what, I'm scared. I don't want to move forward. I could lose it all. Yeah, you could. But at the same time, if you don't attack that fear, okay, which we talked about in a Woodward card, you're going to be stagnant. And the other card that's like this, the four, this is the rest card. The Four of Vessels is boredom. All that stagnant energy. You don't want that to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up in the next 7 days. Okay. But she says, you need to work on, that inner reflection. What is it that you want? Work on that inner healing. Okay. Let the green woman heal you. Give you that protection. Show you what it is you need to learn. And when you start grasping a hold of what's going on and you start applying it in your life with your wisdom and knowledge to your relationships, whether that's home or whether that's work or whether that's spiritual, it shows that you're at one, okay? That you're willing to, I don't want to say negotiate, but you're willing to compromise, okay, certain things as you're moving forward. Moving forward in that aspect, making those compromises, allows you and the universe to become at one, all right? And she recognizes that. You're at one with the universe, you're at one with the earth, you're at one with your own soul, you're at one with your higher self, okay? So it's one of understanding, with nature. Not so much in a scientific way, but being outside and just saying, okay, putting your feet through the grass, understanding the grounding piece of it, letting the wind blow through your hair and realize, okay, my thoughts are just like the wind. Feeling the rain coming down and cleansing you, is an emotional aspect. It's purifying. It's almost like a new baptism. And then feeling, that passion, that fire element as it's coming through you and making sure that you want to be creative and moving forward to whatever it is you want to work on. And once you understand that and you become one with universe and one with nature, she blesses you with more responsibility because she knows you can handle it. She knows your spiritual path is moving forward. And when she does that, she says to you, now go out there, guide and heal others. And it's almost like a light comes on. You're like, wow. It's almost like paying that karma forward. So, when you learn from the spirit of the earth and you're at one with the universe and the world, you're in your true self. And when you're in your true self, you can give messages like this. You can go out there and help others. After their long rest, heal, rejuvenate, recuperate. So that's today's card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck, the Green Woman. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and give me a thumbs up. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the link down below in the description box. And this is D for Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. And stay safe, everybody.